What is up, wax fans? It's Patricia. Today I'm bringing to you my Non-Scentsy wax empties for the month of October. I'm a little late bringing this to you. I finished one candle, 3 retail wax melts, and some vendor wax, so let's get started. I finished, and I struggled with this quite a bit, a White Barn pumpkin apple. This was gifted to me by one of the assistants at work, and right now it smells like burnt wicks, kerosene. I usually put a dot each time I cotton ball this, but there's probably like 8, there probably should be like 8 dots. And it could still go, but there's a disgusting smell to it. And like Ramona says, it is dead to me now. The notes on this are red delicious apple, fall pumpkin, and ground cinnamon. When it was good, it was good, but when it was bad, it was really bad. I would say it almost started to go a little funky, even a third of the way down. And these wicks, one wick did well and the other 2 struggled, so I don't know. I tried not to trim them. I had to trim one of them and it was crazy. I do like that scent, but that was not a fun experience, let me tell you. All right, let's do Better Homes and Gardens because I only have one from them. It is caramel bread pudding. This was gifted to me by Teresa, so thank you so much. I love this one. It's so, I think this is what I want zucchini bread to be. Something like this. It's very warm. It's like a little bit gooey, rich, just like the picture. And it performs very well for me, and I'm happy to have a bunch more. All right, the next 2 are from Scentsationals. So one is pumpkin marshmallow cream. I warmed this on a day. It said warm a non-spiced pumpkin scent because I don't really get a lot of pumpkin spice. I get pumpkin and a creaminess, and it does smell good. I don't love pumpkin scents, but I do enjoy most of them. So from Scentsationals, I have Ocean Tides. I don't have the notes on this, but this was a really nice, like fresh floral aquatic, and the floral is not crazy. It's very well done. This reminded me quite a bit of Scentsy's Summer Rain. So if you like Scentsy's Summer Rain, maybe give Ocean Tides a try if you see it. All right, let's get into vendor wax. From Ava's Country Cupboard from October of 2022, I finished Christmas cookies. The notes on this are freshly baked buttery sugar cookie with buttercream frosting. It was just a kind of a generic vanilla cookie scent, very, very nice. About a medium throw here in my bedroom. I had 2 shapes and I warmed them here in my bedroom 2 times. From Hayden Rowe, I have Apple Barn. This was a clamshell from 2022. It is crisp apple, cider spice, honey, vanilla, and caramel. And I definitely got an apple and that caramel kind of rich, autumnal scent that you get with a lot of these fall scents. And this performed like a champ. This was a really good performing wax melt. All right, I've warmed that downstairs in my big area. All right, from Harper James, I finished 2 items. The first one didn't throw very well for me. It is Gourd Vibes Only. And I must say, I do love her packaging. She has A+ packaging in my opinion. And I think I have seen somewhere in somebody's haul that she actually has the pour dates on her items now. So these items that I warmed were both from August of 2022. So the first one was Gourd Vibes Only, like I said. This one had pumpkin, coconut, cinnamon, clove, and amber. I think I made the mistake of warming this in my big area and it should have been a bedroom scent. Yeah, I can't smell anything there now. What I could smell, it was probably like a 2 out of 10, but what I could smell, I liked. I just probably misjudged where I should put that. And I had it in super hot warmers, so it wasn't the warmer's fault. I had apple cider donut. The notes on this one are apples plus cinnamon, fried donut, cider, and vanilla. So this came out of the gate like so strong, probably about 10-15 minutes after I put this in. I was like, whoo! And then maybe about an hour or 2 after that, it died down to a definite second tier, gentle. The vanilla was very prominent. The fried donut was very prominent. But it was like probably like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 at the start, and then maybe like 3 out of 10. So I didn't really like the second phase because I wanted it a little bit stronger. All right, I finished up a bunch of items from L3 Waxy Wonders. Some of them are samples. The first 2 I warmed in Drew's room, and they were Bloody Mary, and I love this. Huckleberries, Lingonberry Jam, and Lucky Charms. I really like this. If I was on her site, surfing around looking to buy something and I saw Bloody Mary, I would definitely pick it up. It was very fruity. I don't even really like fruity, but sometimes a certain one will hit me and it's a thumbs up. And the performance and Scentsy warmers for this was about a medium. I was happy with that. All right, I think I warmed this with some sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream. I'm not sure. Palo Santo, just 2 samples to use up. I wanted to use up some of my samples. One's from October of last year and one was from November of last year. This one I used for use up a sample in the wax melting challenge. It is by Centennial Man, Country Berry Hotcakes, Flapjacks, and Brown Sugar. Yes, I got all those notes. It performed about a medium for me in my bedroom, but it didn't last very long. It didn't seem to anyway, which is surprising because with the brown sugar sometimes and hotcakes can imply maple. I don't know if I really got maple. Let me see if I can smell it. This was a while ago I melted this. Yeah, I can't smell anything now. Sometimes the scent doesn't stay very well in the bags, I've noticed. This sample was Amber Romance Pink Chiffon. I don't have a strong memory of that, so I'm not going to go into it one way or the other. I finished up 2 samples from L3 Downy April Fresh Boom Boom. I think I really like this one. I warmed this in Drew's room as well. I remember being very long lasting, so. Okay, this one I warmed in my kid's bedroom, or no, my kid's bathroom. Peppermint, lavender, pink sugar. And actually I also warmed it in Ryan's room. This was one of those cloud cakes, which I really like. I think I'm a person that really likes square or rectangular things because then I can cut it very evenly. Sometimes when I'm cutting circular things, you're trying to do, even cuts, and sometimes you're like, so I have 4 melts, 6 melts, 8 melts, but sometimes with these I can kind of approximate what a cube looks like better in my mind. I do really like cloud cakes, but I wish she would put them in a bag that was just about an inch taller. I think that would be helpful because as you can see, there's crud up at the seal, and you want the bags to be sealed. I usually double bag all my vendor wax because I feel a little bit better if it takes me longer to get to it, that I'm preserving the scent as best I can. Now, for instance, I'm just going to show you something. So this, let me tell you about this. Peppermint, lavender, pink sugar. I definitely it was the very similar peppermint that I get in Scentsy's Mint to be Merry. And I didn't get a lot of lavender and I didn't get a lot of pink sugar. But let me just show you. So I bought a bunch of these bags years ago. I think it was from Staples. I think it was like 1,000 bags. Anyway, so I have a lot. So sometimes I gift them to people if they need. They are polypropylene. But sometimes I group similar things, like these 2 samples were the same, so I might put those in the same bag. And then sometimes, say if you were using this for a coffee scent, I would not put something else in there. I would put like a coffee scent. If the bag looks like it's in good shape, I don't mind reusing it. If it looks cruddy, what I often do is I'll just go around, like if I'm going to throw it out anyway, I just go around with my used up cotton balls, put them in the bag, as acting like a little mini garbage bag, and get rid of it that way. So anyway, a little tangent going off there. All right, cupcakes at Tiffany's zucchini bread. I just finished telling you maybe a few months ago that I wasn't crazy about zucchini bread. However, this one I really enjoyed, and I think it's because I'm a big cupcakes at Tiffany's fan. Were there 6 shapes in here or 5? You can kind of see the outprints. There was like 1 here, and then I think there was 5 hearts, and it looked like it was underfilled, but I think it was just by weight. It was fine. So I did enjoy that one. This was gifted to me by a friend, and it is Sweet on Paris. Today is October 3rd. I think she probably knows I'm a big Sweet on Paris fan, and Sweet on Paris is like a blackberry, gentle, creamy lemon, mild, like bakery dough scent. And it just teeters on being like a body care. It doesn't smell perfumey, but it doesn't smell like 100% edible. It's probably like 95% edible. But there's something in there that brings it just flirting with the body care. And I love it so much. I am a little bit like, I don't know, burnt out on Sweet on Paris is the word, but I do have a little bit more. And I'm just going to try to space it out so I don't get burnt out on it. All right, I have 2 brittles from Sassy Girl Aroma. The first one is a coffee scent, and I do try to warm coffee scents on the mornings that I work. I used to warm them in tea lights, but I just been getting away from that. So I have 3 24-watt hot plate warmers from Walmart back in the day. So I usually just warm it in there, and I turn it off when I go to work, and then I leave those warmers just sitting off to the side, and the next morning I might start it up again if it still has scent. So usually I would get about 2 mornings out of each group of melts because I only leave them going maybe like 2 or 3 hours. So anyway, this is Brandy's Coffee House. Its description is fresh brewed coffee, birthday cake, and zucchini. from memory, because I finished this really early in October, I found this a tiny bit on the skunky side. So it wasn't my favorite coffee scent, and I know this one is really popular, so that's okay. Different strokes for different folks, right? This one I love, and I forgot to put a heart on it, and it would definitely be a repurchase for me because I love it. I love it from her. I love it from a lot of vendors. Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Toffee, tiny chocolate fruity buttercream, and a creamy fluffy vanilla cake. So Costco used to sell cookies. They were like white cookies, and they had score bits in them, and for some reason that's what I always think, and I love those cookies. I don't think they sell them anymore, and I try not to go overboard with baked goods, especially baked goods that you buy, because I do a lot of baking myself, so I don't feel the need to buy a lot of baked goods, but those cookies were freaking delicious. Anyway, I always think of those cookies when I wore cupcakes at Tiffany's. So, speaking of like just side notes here, I'm wearing one of Ryan's sweatshirts. It's a little on the tight side, but I was so cold, and I'm like, this was down in the entranceway, and I just grabbed it and put it on. It is so warm on the inside. It actually fits me in the arms. So if I lost like 5-10 pounds, I think it would be perfect. I don't know if he's gonna like that I've stolen it, but anyway. All right, keep going, Patricia. I have 2 items from Scoopable Tart Wax, and she has renamed her site, but I don't remember what she renamed it to. I wonder why vendors do that. Like, her renamed is very similar to Scoopable Tart Wax, but anyway. This one was a wax scoop. It looked like, and it was in the hard style wax, because she does do some hard style wax. Carbs with girlfriends. I don't have the notes, but do you want to know what? I thought for sure I could smell blackberry, and I'm like, and it was purple, so that's probably why. But I was like, I love this, and then I've been watching other videos, and there's no blackberry in this, and I'm like, why am I getting blackberry? But I do have another one, so I'm gonna really be paying attention to see what I smell the second time around. All right. Here's another coffee scent. This is a very popular scent with a lot of people. It just didn't hit the spot for me. I'm not sure why. It was a quarter pie, and it is in Luke's Diner, which is absolute coffee, which can lead a bit intense. Pumpkin pecan waffles, which I'm okay with. I don't choose to warm it. Pancakes and vanilla crunch donuts. So it might have been the mapley kind of influence of pumpkin pecan waffles, or that sweetness there, or the absolute coffee. But one thing I will say is, I think, gosh, I wish I would have written it down. Is it written or wrote? I forget. Sorry. I often screw up with the tenses of verbs, and I always feel self-conscious about that. So if you're like me, let me know. Her hard wax is probably, seems like a really good deal when you get it in a quarter pie, but I think it might be around the same as in ounces as a mini melters bag, but I could be wrong, so just keep that in mind. I wish she would write the ounces of her hard wax so that people would know, because that would be one thing that I would say would be better from what I remember before. It's just listed. It doesn't say like 3 ounces. Sometimes it'll give a range. Like, I think this one gives a range. So this one says 2 to 2.3 ounces. Perfect. Put that on the site, but I don't think her quarter, like sometimes I think she forgets to put that down. Anyway, I could be wrong, so I apologize if I am. All right, this one I really liked. It wasn't overly like strong. I wish it was a little tiny bit stronger and a little tiny bit longer lasting, but from Teddy B's Creep Show. I put a heart because and an exclamation mark, so I really liked it. So thank you to my friend who gifted this to me. I have never put a Teddy B's order in. I've sometimes gotten the list, and then I just never pull the trigger. And now I'm trying to really diminish my stash. So maybe in 2025, I might venture out. But in 2024, I just want to finish up what I have or really diminish everything. So the notes on this are pumpkin sugar donuts, marshmallow fireside type, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. So this was really good for me. I really enjoyed that immensely. So just to wrap things up, I have 4 items from Canada. These are all from Ella After, and these are all gifted to me from my friend Patricia. They were part of I think like a fall sampler, I believe. So the first one is Terrors of the Night, and these were from September of 2022. Her wax is very soft, so the bags do look quite smudged. The notes are nag champa, Palo Santo, and vanilla buttercream. I was unsure if I was going to like this, so I put it in the garage. It was about a medium light, and that was Definitely strong enough. I wouldn't have wanted it any stronger, and I tolerated this very, very well considering I was very unsure of it. So I was happy about that. It was a nice throw for what the scent notes were. And to all these evils, this one has notes of pumpkin pecan waffles, sugared shortbread, and apple dumplings. Definitely got a strong apple presence and a little bit of the pumpkin pecan waffles. The next one is Fine Autumnal Day. I don't recall this one very well. I smell fall and fluffy marshmallows. I remember I warmed it in my entranceway and I really liked it, but it was just not strong enough to get a good read. So I would say it was a light scent. And this one I just warmed the other day and I loved it. Headless Horseman. So I did have a coffee scent. I think it was Never Ending Netflix and Coffee House, I think it was. And that was very, could tend towards skunky coffee, but this was really, really good. Pumpkin, honey chai, sugared waffle cone, and coffee. I really liked the balance in the scent. It was really, really good. So what I'm going to do next month is, because I'm a bit late in this month, I am just going to do November remnants and December together, and I'll do that towards the end of December. So that way, just if, I don't know if people tend to say, hey, she missed a video, I'll merge those two and put them towards the end of December. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope this video was helpful. Sometimes I try to equate things to Scentsy, so hopefully if you're a Scentsy user, that might help you. I hope you have a great day in your neck, though. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.